Hey, what's going on? It's Hicks Uncensored. I'm back with another one. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you might want to consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. But right now, I want to show you this video. This young man who went to jail. He was 17 years old. As he was in the county jail, I believe it was, he was tortured, beat up, and put on a leash by some GD members within that jail. This is the video of somebody in the prison recording.
See 17-year-old Cortez Berry the day before his birthday being tortured and humiliated by the gangster disciples.
Yeah, boy. Man on a dog.
So you see him right there. They beat him up and they tied some kind of rope or whatever it is around his neck. And they're walking him around as he's on his knees and hands as if he's a dog. And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this is, look at how they treat one another. If you have a problem with someone, or if you don't like someone, or if someone did something to you, that's one thing. But you don't have to go as low as to humiliating them. That's what this is about, humiliation. And for the person who has this phone in his hand recording this, you just as worse. You are just as bad because you took it upon yourself to get your phone that was snuck into the jail to record something of another black man being humiliated. You are part of that humiliation. I have to show this video. It's already out there. It's already been out there for people to see so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is what he decided to do to another black man. Whether it's a black man, white man, Mexican man, Asian man, Indian man, whoever, to your own kind. This is what you decide to do. This looks bad on us. For you recording it, you're just as bad. So you hear them, just listen. And the boy is 17 years old. Look at him, smack him on the face. The boy is 17 years old. These other guys are way older than him. This is why I say, and hear me clearly, this is why it's necessary for you to be a dangerous man when necessary. You have got to know that at times you need to be a very dangerous man. This is why I do some of the things I do, such as training and doing different things. When it's necessary, you need to murder. I know that sounds harsh. I know that sounds bad. You have got to get your murder game together. You have got to have the heart to kill when needed. I have a whole nother YouTube channel, which is one of my bigger YouTube channels, to where I talk about self-defense and firearms and things of that nature. Some of you on this channel, you've subscribed from that channel, but I'm gonna just keep it that way. I'm not gonna let anybody else know about that channel. But those few of you who are already here, you know about that channel. You have got to get your murder game together. And what I mean by that, when it's time to kill, when it's time to murder, I don't give a damn what laws are in place. You need to be able to defend yourself. You cannot have people treating you like this. But then again, you gotta have the heart. Me personally, they would have had to kill me. They would have had to kill me before I would have been walking around on my hands and knees with a fucking leash around my neck. But not just that, the first thing that I would have been doing as I go to jail, I'm gonna be getting me a shank together. Anybody who gets out of line or say something that I don't even like, I'm gonna be shanking the shit. I'm gonna be trying to kill them. Now you can say that it's easier said than done, but trust me, I know what I got in me and I know what I've done in the past. You cannot allow people to treat you like this. This young boy, again, he only 17, but see, that just goes to show a lot of these little boys be out here on the street doing shit, and then they go to jail and you're going into something that you're not ready for. You're about to enter in something that you're not ready for. You don't have the heart to be there, because me and them motherfuckers, we would have been fighting. We would have been fighting on a daily if necessary. They would have got to the point where they would have got tired tired of fighting me. I know how to fight for real, and I got stamina. You gonna jump me, we gonna fight, I'ma shank you, you might shank me, but that's what it's gonna be. I'm not walking around on my hands and knees with a fucking leash around my neck. And if I gotta come get you the next day and stab you up, then so be it. If I got to murder you, then so be it. If I got to stab you in the neck, then so be it. It's gonna be known that I'm not nothing to play with. And a lot of times you have to show this, especially for a guy like me, because I'm not very big and I don't look very aggressive. And I like to keep to myself and keep quiet. Guys get that misunderstood with being soft. That's why I said you gotta turn your murder game on. You guys are not gonna respect you simply by you just trying to sit, mind your business. They're not gonna respect that. You gotta kill their ass. And I know it sounds harsh and I know it sounds bad, but that's just what you have to do.
Now, how did he end up in this situation? Cortez Berry was 14 years old when he was arrested in connection with, in 2011, armed robbery in Augusta, Georgia. In
14 years old.
Said 4 males approached them with firearms and demanded money. The suspects struck one person in the back of the head, stole the keys to a Ford F-150, and fled in the stolen pickup. Berry was charged with aggravated assault, theft of a motor vehicle, and robbery, but was sentenced to probation in juvenile court. But Berry's probation was revoked in November 2013 at age 16 for violating probation when he was arrested on burglary charges, and he was sent to prison for 8 years, 7 months, and 26 days.
And this is why I tell a lot of these younger guys, the dumb shit that you doing out here on the streets is gonna put you in a position to where you may be in prison or jail, and ain't no telling what type of things you're gonna have to deal with once you get to that prison or jail. It would be in your best interest to try and do everything that you could do to not get in trouble, to not bring police attention onto yourself. A lot of these little dudes be doing dumb shit, unnecessary things that lead them to being arrested, catching felonies, catching cases, and being sent to jail. And then when you go to jail, there's a whole bunch of other problems that's waiting on you. What I'm saying is, you have got to be a killer when necessary, regardless of who believes you, because a lot of people, oh, you ain't gonna kill nothing. You're gonna be the first one dead. You don't know what somebody is capable of doing. You don't know what this man will do and what this man won't do. You have got to be a fighter and murderer when it's necessary. I don't care what the laws say. Obviously, the laws did not protect this young boy as he was in that prison, as he was in that jail. They didn't protect him. They leaked those videos all over social media. How you think that I'm being able to see it and show it to you guys right now? You have got to become a protector of your own self. Sometimes you might have to risk penitentiary for protecting your life or your children or your family's life, because laws won't protect you.
He was first sent to Augusta Youth Development Campus and was transferred to the Medium Security Correctional Facility when he turned 17. Department of Corrections statistics indicate, in comparison to other Georgia prisons, arrest does not raise flags. The facility, which held 86 juveniles and reported no serious injuries or incidents the last fiscal year, and confiscated just 31 cell phones. NBC News
31 cell phones. These phones are getting into these prisons and these jails by the guards. They bringing them shits in. These dumbass idiots are using them to record people getting beat up and people fighting and taking these dumbass pictures inside they cell with ramen noodles so that they can send to social media. It's crazy. That's how you get caught. That's how you get caught. Me personally, I'ma speak for myself. If I was to be in jail or prison and I get a cell phone inside of there, I'm only gonna be using it to contact my family. That's it. You're not gonna see me taking pictures and selfies and shit, posting it to the internet so I can get caught. These motherfuckers do dumb shit. Niggas do the dumbest shit. And I gotta tell it like it is.
That more than 13,500 phones were confiscated in Georgia's prison system in 2014, which amounts to...
I told you, look at him. You just sitting there. You got on a chain around your neck. Where do they even get this shit from? You got a ski mask around your face, Nike pants. He's not even dressed in orange or the prison colors. Some of these prisons in the system that we live under is so backwards, upside down, disorderly, and corrupt. That's why I'm saying, if you go to jail, you cannot let anybody disrespect you in the slightest of bit. I'm already like that on the streets now. Don't even say shit that rub me the wrong way.
About a cell phone for every 5 prisoners. Cell phones are often used to commit and plan crimes outside of prison, but also to incite violence and to extort family members who are incarcerated. Prison officials have installed equipment to scan visitors for cell phones and other electronics, but most of the time the guards are the ones smuggling the contraband into the prisons in exchange for cash or sex. The day before Cortez Berry turned 18, a group of gangster disciples approached Cortez. They told him, "Bro, you might as well go ahead and join the GDs because you're about to turn 18. At 18, he would be moved from the juvenile side of the prison to the adult areas of the prison.
Let me tell you something. They just wanted to fuck with somebody. It's not that you're looking for real recruitment. You see that the boy was weak. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have let you put a damn leash around his neck and got on his damn knees and hands and walked around the prison. So that let you trying to recruit any old damn body. You just wanted to fuck with him. That's all it was. You just want to fuck with the boy. And I've seen a lot of guys like that. I know what I'm talking about. You might be listening to me or you may not know what I'm talking about. And it may sound like I'm wrong. It may even sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. I've seen dudes like this. I know how they get down. They grimy. They're looking for reasons to fuck with you. That's why I say a guy like that, when they're looking for reasons to fuck with you, kill them. If you can't get away from them, kill them. And I hate to say that, but that's what you got to do to guys like that because they won't leave you alone. Kill him, kill his friend, kill all of their ass. You can't just kill him and think that his friends or his buddies is not. You gotta be a murderer. If you can't get away from this, to the point where you can just completely leave it behind and they don't know, murder them. And it's unfortunate that it has to go that way. But if you don't, you're gonna be in a lot more trouble. And me personally, I'd rather them dead.
Join. Then 7 to 8 boys jumped on him, savagely beat him and choked him. And
see, 7 to 8 of them. They cowards. They weak. They gang up on you. I'm telling you, I'm not talking about something that I haven't experienced in my teenage years. That's a topic for another video. I'm gonna say that later on the channel for when I do my interview. And I take you guys and I walk you guys verbally through stories that I've been through and experienced. They set up there and they will jump on you. They will outnumber you. And if I gotta take an ass whooping, then fine. But guess what? I'm stabbing people in the mix of it. People gonna get shanked. People gonna get stabbed up. Somebody other than me gonna be getting hurt. And that's how it's gotta be. And sometimes you gotta go and pick them off one by one.
Till he was unconscious. Before posting the viral photo of Cortez showed being held captive, the gang members called Barry's girlfriend from an untraceable phone number demanding $150 for the safety of Cortez. They hung up and minutes later, the men called back and demanded $300 but hung up before his girlfriend's mother could get the phone from her daughter to ask questions. Shortly after the calls, the girlfriend found the cell phone photo on Facebook of Barry beaten and being held captive in a cell.
They put it on Facebook. You see how they do one another? I don't fuck with guys like this. I hate to say it, but if necessary, I'll kill a guy like this. They're sneaky. They're snakes. They will set you up. They will betray you. They have no ethics that they live by. They have no morality. Why do you think that these little gangs are how they are? They all portray one another. When they get caught, they go to telling on one another. They go to snitching on one another. If you die, they'll be trying to fuck your girl after you die. Treacherous. I deal with men of intelligence, men of character, men who have proven themselves. I don't just deal with any old damn body.
In the photo, Cortez Berry is shirtless and kneeling on the ground with his left eye swollen shut and 2 men
Look at
standing
this.
behind him.
Look at this. This is terrible. This is what we do to one another. And I don't like to say we, you motherfuckers. This is what you do to one another. This is what you do to one another. That's your own brother you doing that to. You just don't realize it. And you think you hard and you think you tough. You don't even have the intelligence to really be in a war. Coward ass motherfuckers.
A rope is tied around his neck like a leash, and one of the men has the end of the rope looped tightly around his hand. Posted the pictures on Facebook with the caption, "When you disrespect the nation. It brings nothing but pain and suffering."
The nation. You're not a real nation. How in the hell do you just jump and beat on somebody because they didn't want to join? Now, we don't know exactly what the story is. I'm sure the boy didn't do nothing to disrespect him. And even if he did, I wouldn't tie a leash around his neck. I wouldn't try to humiliate him like that. If I want to whoop his ass, you whoop his ass and let that be it. It depends on what he did. We'll never know.
As soon as Cortez's mother seen the photo online, she quickly called down to the facility, but no one answered. His aunt lived closer to the prison, so she drove to the prison. She notified the prison staff, and they were clueless to what was going on.
Yes, they're clueless. I know how these systems are. I've worked within them. They don't even be knowing what the hell is going on. A lot of them just be showing up for work and can't wait till they get off work. I told you, the system is broken. It's a failure. You do not want to participate within it. You going to jail. See, that's why I've done everything that I could do in my life to keep me out of a damn courtroom. I don't have no felonies. I've never been to jail. I've never been to prison. None of that. I don't even have a misdemeanor. I've done everything possible because I don't want to be in a damn courtroom. I don't want to go and participate within their system. Why? Because I know that their system is unjust. Their system is unjust. It's unfair. And because of that, I'm gonna do everything that I could do to stay out of your system, to stay away from your system. Now, granted, I know that some of these boys, they get caught up. They don't know no better. That's why I talk to you guys about getting informed, be informed, know what you're doing, know what you're getting into, know the laws, know the system, study the laws, study the system. But they don't, and they don't know what they're getting into, and they get in these courtrooms and they're being treated unfairly and all sorts of different things. And next thing they know, their ass is in a damn prison for the next 6, 7, 8 years.
At the time, they were not aware of the violent attack. He was attacked and beaten at 3 p.m. and the prison guards did not check up on him until 9 p.m. The prison guards had no clue what had happened to Cortez, and when the prison staff found out about the situation, Cortez was separated and put into protective custody, and both of the men standing behind Cortez in the photo were transferred.
Let me tell you, these dudes is weak. If somebody did my son like that, I'm coming to kill you. I have no shame in saying that. I'm coming to kill you. You wouldn't even know. And you're gonna deserve it because that's real justice in my eyes. Real justice is not locking somebody up and protecting them in a damn no, I'm gonna kill you. You deserve to die. That's what I believe. You deserve the death that I'm gonna give you. And then that's justice. That's real justice, as far as I'm concerned.
In the photo were transferred to another prison. The family of Barry sent the photo to the local Augusta radio station, and when the radio station posted the photo on their Facebook page, the post instantly blew up and it brought a lot of heat to the prison, and they were forced to release a statement regarding the incident. After the incident, the 2 prison guards that were on duty during the attack resigned, and Barry was transferred to Smith State Prison located in Glenville, Georgia. Smith State is a level 5 high max prison, which is one of the worst and deadliest facilities that house the most vicious.
I'm telling you, all type of shit goes on in these prisons that the guards don't even know about, that the people's families don't even know about. If I were to go to prison, instantly, I'm start doing push-ups. I'm getting my body and myself ready for war. I'm already doing that out here on the streets. I'm already doing that out here on the streets, but when if God forbid, if I go to prison, I'm getting my body ready for war. It's just that simple. I'm lifting weights on the daily. I'm working out on the daily. I'm getting ready for war. I don't know what's gonna happen. First one say something to me, we're gonna clash. We're going to clash. People have got to know that you are going to fight. People have got to know that you are gonna kill. I'm not really trying to think about it. It's either I be treated like a fucking animal in these prisons, or they gonna give me some more years for whatever it is I do. I'd rather get some more years and have a smooth ride in prison than to be living in prison, treated like a fucking animal and beat up and beat on. You gotta be unpredictable, man. You really do. You have to be unpredictable. I might shank your ass for telling me to shut up.
And savage criminals. Smith State has seen more homicides in the past 5 years than any other in the system. Cortez's mother believes the prison staff sent her son to a more dangerous prison in retaliation to her talking to the media and bringing heat to the prison.
The firing and arrest of the prison's warden is just the latest development in an ongoing investigation that has covered prison contraband, corruption, and even murder.
I know that the things that I'm saying is harsh, but it's necessary. And it's only when necessary. A man needs to be dangerous, especially if you got a family. How can you walk around with a family, children, and a woman, and you can't protect them? You can't just sit up and say anything you want to my woman. You can't sit up and say anything you want to my child. The consequences for that is death. And that's how I think. And that's what I really believe in. And you might say, well, you'll end up in prison and this and that. I'm willing to risk it. I'm willing to risk it. And I know that I'm risking time away from my children, but hey, things can be done without capture. Always remember that. You do something to me, I'm strategizing on you. You're not gonna hear me on social media talking shit about you, calling you out and all this and that. I don't do all that. That's for them suckers. Talking shit and cursing you out, and everybody know that nobody's gonna know that I got a problem with you. You might not even know that I got a problem with you, but you should know if you disrespected me. This is Hicks Uncensored. I'll be back with another one. If you like the things that I talk about, go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna be showing you much more. Peace.